Thank you, President. High Representative, I have to say that I was appalled by the statement you put out on Sunday night, calling for restraint on all sides. At that stage, I was travelling back from Istanbul, where I personally witnessed massive and systematic violence by the Turkish police against protesters, where in the working class suburb of Istanbul, of Gezi, I saw a massive use of tear gas being shot as bullets against protesters, the use of flashbangs and the massive use indiscriminately of water cannons against protesters. Your statement came just over 24 hours before the retaking of Taksim Square by the police, turning it into a war zone, as anyone can see from watching television, in a move that was entirely anticipated by the protesters and many others. The protesters are guilty only of demanding their democratic rights and freedoms. It's the government responsible for cracking down on those rights, responsible for massive police brutality, responsible for jailing lawyers for making a statement against those policies. It's the government responsible for the neoliberal and anti-environmental restructuring of Istanbul, for the repression of the Kurdish people, for the imposition of conservative policies against kissing in public, against selling alcohol, purely in order to divide and rule. The people I met in Istanbul were an absolute inspiration, and so against your advice I say to them, do not show restraint. Do not be afraid of returning to the streets, mobilising in order to demand their rights. Against Erdogan's attempt to clamp down, I support the call by Socialist Alternative and other groups in Turkey to mobilise massively next weekend, to organise for a one-day general strike and to make sure that Tayyip, İstifa, that Erdogan is forced to resign. Thank you.